Alright, what's up everybody? I hope you're all doing well. Before we get into today's video, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to brace yourselves because what we're about to dive into today is genuinely one of the most bizarre, cringe-inducing, and honestly sad displays of desperation I've ever seen on the internet. And trust me, I've seen a lot. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the goofiest goobers that ever goobed. This goober goes by the name of King Azer, and yes, that's what he calls himself. Not a nickname his friends gave him, not something he earned. No, this man literally demands that everyone is family, his friends, random people on the internet call him king. And I'm telling you right now, this man genuinely believes he is the final boss of masculinity. This man thinks he's the CEO of testosterone. He claims he's a natural-born killer, 6'7", and 500 pounds of pure muscle. Spoiler alert, absolutely none of that is true. So buckle up because we're about to break down every single fake story, every cringeworthy flex, and every desperate attempt this man has made to convince the internet that he's tough. And let me tell you something, this journey is going to be painful, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's going to be absolutely necessary. Starting at the very beginning with the story that King Azer himself claims turned him into a savage.
This is what turned me into a savage. I was about 6-7 years old. One of my neighbors, who was an 18-year-old boy, decided to yell at me. And when he came up to me, he pushed me, but something switched. There was a flip that switched in my mind that made me turn into a beast.
Right, so let me make sure I'm processing this correctly. This man who is pushing 40 years old, by the way, is sitting alone in a room, probably surrounded by crushed monster cans and shattered dreams, recording himself on camera, talking about how when he was 6 or 7 years old, an 18-year-old pushed him. And apparently, something just switched in his brain. He became a beast.
Sometimes I like to say turn into an animal, but animals are too good. They're too kind. It turned me into a fucking savage.
Hold up. Pause this. This grown-ass man is damn near 40, recording TikToks about how he got pushed as a literal child and it somehow unlocked his inner alpha Wolf. Like, my guy. What parallel dimension did I accidentally stumble into? How did we arrive at this precise point in human evolution where someone thought, yeah, this is content people need to see. This is my origin story. Listen, we've all been pushed before. You know what normal, well-adjusted human beings do when they get pushed? They go home, eat some chicken nuggets, watch SpongeBob, and forget about it by Tuesday. Maybe they cry a little. Maybe they tell their mom. But they move the F with their lives, but not Ben. Oh no, not our boy King Azer. He had to go full anime villain origin story on us. He had to unlock his Sharingan, or whatever the hell he thinks happened to him.
Just a few days later, I decided to wait outside his house. I had a red brick in my hand. When he was walking, I smashed it over his head. And when his head split open and he fell on the ground screaming, I smashed it again and I smashed it again. And then I walked away as I threw the brick to the side. But that moment, I felt like I was unstoppable.
Holy shit, this man just casually admitted on camera, filmed himself saying this, that he waited outside someone's house with a brick. A goddamn brick, not his fists, not a fair one-on-one confrontation, not even words like a normal human being, a brick. And when this person walked out probably just trying to get their mail or go to work like a normal person, he smashed it over their head multiple times until their head split open and they were screaming on the ground. Dude, that is not being tough. That is not being a savage. That is called attempted fucking murder. That is a felony charge. It's not something you flex about on TikTok like you just hit a new deadlift PR or got promoted at your job. This is the kind of confession that ends with handcuffs and a court-appointed lawyer, not brand sponsorships and followers.
At that moment in time, I had taste for blood, and it tasted good. It felt like power that I can't describe. I became unstoppable. I was now the warrior. And that's how I was the rest of my life. If the cool kids in school wanted to laugh, then Ben came around.
Fuck this shit.
I had a taste for blood, and it tasted good. It felt like power that I can't describe.
My guy, you are not that dude. You're not some mysterious, dangerous killer lurking in the shadows of Gotham City. You're just middle-aged man making TikToks in your bedroom with ring lights you probably bought off Amazon for $29.99, a tripod that wobbles, and delusions that could fill an entire psychiatric ward. This is the kind of edgelord shit that 14-year-olds post on Reddit at 2 a.m. and then cringe about 5 years later when they're applying for college and praying nobody ever finds their old accounts. You know what you actually had a taste for? Attention, validation. Maybe some cherry coke, but definitely not blood, King. And the fact that he says if the cool kids in school wanted to laugh, then Ben came around, like, that one sentence tells me everything I need to know about this man's entire psychological profile. This dude got bullied hard in school, like, absolutely demolished. His ass got handed to him on a daily basis.
Best hours to sleep is between 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Every hour counts as 2.
How?
You ever fell asleep in the middle of the day at like 5, 6? Woke up after 2 hours, can go back to bed?
Yeah, all the time, actually.
It's because every hour counts as 2.
Holy.
I'm sorry, last time I checked and I'm no physicist, but I'm pretty sure about this. An hour is 60 minutes. That's how time works. That's how it's always worked since we invented the concept of measuring time. You don't get bonus hours because you went to bed early. This isn't a buy one get one free deal at Target. And the guy he's talking to just agrees with him, like, yeah, every hour counts as 2. That's why when you sleep in the middle of the day, you wake up and can't go back to bed. No genius, that's called a nap, and it's absolutely nothing to do with time moving differently. This man genuinely thinks he's discovered some secret knowledge about how time works. You're not a time lord, you're just wrong. Spectacularly, confidently, embarrassingly wrong.
90% of our body is water.
So first of all, the human body is about 60% water, not 90%, so right off the bat, he's off by 30%.
You have direct sunlight on your balls, it raises your testosterone levels by 140%. Holy shit.
Now, I need a second. I need to compose myself because I genuinely cannot believe what I just heard come out of a grown man's mouth. This man just said that if you point your balls at the sun, it raises your testosterone by 140%. Who the fuck is going outside but naked to sit down and aim their genitals at the sun like some kind of solar-powered fertility ritual? First of all, that's public indecency. That's a sex offender registry charge waiting to happen. Second of all, where the hell are you getting these numbers? 140% based on what study, what research paper, what laboratory conducted this experiment?
When you do sprints, you raise your testosterone level by 120%. When you sit in ice, you bring up your testosterone levels by about 350%. Holy shit. When you have women that are crazy about you, naturally your testosterone shoots through the roof because you're ready to mate.
Wait, let me get this straight. Sprints raise it by 120%, but sunlight on your balls raises it by 140%. So according to King Azer's deeply flawed logic and his imaginary scientific method, the most efficient way to raise testosterone is by literally standing outside naked and point your crotch at the sky like you're trying to signal aliens. This is what we're dealing with, folks. This is the level of critical thinking we're working with here.
People that go to the gym to exercise, they're actually harming their body. Exercising is bad for you. People that are exercising, they do nothing.
So you don't lift weights?
I do lift weights.
Dude, is your brain even turned on right now? Is there any activity happening up there, or is it just elevator music on repeat? You just said exercising is bad. Like, literally just said it. And now you're saying you lift weights? I think I am high right now. This guy is really the king of delusion. This is the CEO of speaking before thinking.
Your girlfriend left you? Yes! Great. A better one is coming. You lost $1 million? Yes! But is enough space in the bank for you to earn $1 billion fucking dollars? You crashed your car? Yes! Wish that motherfucker would have blown up. Because anyways, I'm buying a new one. Anything bad that happens to you,
Just say.
Oh, I got myself into generational debt? Yes! Oh, my dog died? Yes!
Like, what are we talking about here? This dude makes no sense. Who the fuck is out here getting in a car crash potentially injuring themselves or others and then saying, yes, I'm so glad that happened, I wanted my car to explode anyway.
At the age of 12, there was 5 Mexican dudes trying to jump me in the bathroom. I beat the shit out of them. I left one of them with his...
This did not happen. I refuse to believe this. This is a fantasy that he made up in his head, probably while showering, to make himself sound intimidating on the internet.
The following day, they came and they started shooting at me. So that was the last time I went back to school. I said, if I go back, I'm just gonna have to kill them. I don't want to hurt anybody that bad. So I started doing underground fights at about the age of 15. The way it started, I was at a bar, and there was a group of guys, and I ended up beating the fuck out of 6 of them. They were all older than me. I went into Kung Fu, to Muay Thai, to kickboxing, to Krav Maga. I left Taekwondo. It wasn't for me because I'd kick somebody a little bit too hard, and get in trouble. And I wanted to test my limits, but I found out that people really understand things better when they get a fist in their...
Yeah, I think the only person who should be getting punches here is you, cause your jokes are really laughing at you. Guys, King Azer is not tough. He's not a savage. He's not a killer. He's not an alpha male. He's not dangerous. He's a middle-aged man who makes TikToks in his bedroom, telling fake stories to impress teenagers, and has built an entire persona around being something he's not. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I love seeing what you'll have to say. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. It helps me out in the algorithm. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, then feel free to subscribe. And yeah, with that all being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure y'all are staying safe, hydrated, and healthy. And I will catch y'all on the next video. Peace.